Ah, did it again. There we go. I'm Andrew. I don't want to work anymore. And we trade the Nasdaq here. We are 5 minutes before the opening bell. And we are bearish for the morning. How is everyone yeah, how is everyone doing first? Hello. Say what's up in the chat. Nasdaq land. I like Nasdaq land. It's my favorite, but we might have to switch over to Dow land because Raghav is in the house, and I like your first presented fair value gap inversion on YM. That is got some interesting numbers, right? 18 trades, only 5 losses, like 77% I think I had, or 72% with 600 points just in the month of June. It's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Thanks for pointing that out. We'll test that some more, and that's on a 1-to-1. Yeah, Dow. Damn, I'm gonna have to look at the Dow a little bit more. But I am initially bearish. I'm looking to move up this morning and come down into these relatively equal lows. This is I think a 1 hour fair value gap, maybe a 15-minute. But yeah, how you doing, dude? I'm really good. I'm like pumped up. I'm not going to be sticking around on this this stream very long. I'm either going to get into a trade and out, and then I gotta go to work. I got just too much work, way too much work. It's almost like I'm the only forklift mechanic on this island that I live on. That's how busy I am. I could work all night. Oh, that was your breaker strategy yesterday that you were talking about. Interesting. I was talking about the first inversion. I'll pull it up real quick. Yeah, I went on YM1 on a 1 minute chart. I think this is one of the few losing trades. That one there. And I inverted it anytime. At any point in time, the first presented fair value gap got inverted. I entered, even if it was like later on in the afternoon. I got a 1-to-1 on it. It was pretty impressive. So where was that? What am I going short on here? Where is the first presented fair value? Oh, I used this little one right here. And then when the candle closes below it, that's the entry. And then either the 3 candlestick pattern leading up to it, if there was an inversion fair value gap or fair value gap there, then I used that high. And if there wasn't, then I would use the first presented fair value gap high. Actually, whichever high is higher, that's the stop. And then a 1-to-1. So yeah, like I said, like I'll pull up the spreadsheet one more time. Let me get back to my my Nasdaq chart. Why did you do that? Why does this look all weird? Oh, this is why. It still doesn't look nice, these candles. Something went wrong. My chart was perfect. Now it looks all messed up. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. This is just a little bit left over of this 5-minute gap over here. Oh, actually that gap is bigger. There we go. That looks nicer, but if it gives better results for the first presented fair value gap, then it is awesome. I would say it's pretty awesome, man. Minus 46, 45, 55, 63, 99, 77, minus 46. Like your losses are in the 40s and the wins are more typically. So pretty interesting. And that's what I wanted to see, was a tap up into there and even a close below this fair value gap. I'd probably do an entry here. This guy. Just a 1-to-1 is what I back tested. That wolf's in the house. That wolf, did you miss the first couple minutes here that we were talking about the first presented fair value gap on, or sorry, inverting the first presented fair value gap on the Dow? Very impressive numbers for the month of June. Yeah. Well, you missed it. I'm not repeating myself, but you can pick up. I am going to repeat myself. You can pick up YM. I went to YM1 on a 1-minute chart, and anytime the first presented fair value gap after 9:30 gets inversed, you have a 72% win ratio at a 1-to-1. And here's I'll pull up the spreadsheet real quick for the month of June, and I'll highlight them again. 600 points. Hold on, what is going on with my cursor? There we go. 600 points, 18 trades, 13 winning trades. Sorry, 13 wins, 5 losses in the month of June, and 600 points. So not bad, not bad. Really good, actually. For something super news. No more news for the day. Oh, pending 10 o'clock. Just home sales and a gas report. So, oh, here's my drop that I'm looking for. Where are we at? 528. Okay, so I'm looking for longs. There's not going to be enough time or room to put a trade on to get down to basically just below midnight opening price at 22,495. Some equal lows here. 22,489. And we have not inverted anything yet or even created a fair value gap. But I think you get better numbers on the Dow there if you know, just looking at, there were some losing trades that I looked at that I was like, oh, I would never have entered there just based on the market structure I saw. But if you want to have something that's like fully mechanical, it's definitely worth back testing a little bit more more than the month of June, but in comparison, actually, to my other strategy, I filled in the rest of June and it is still dog shit. So, you know, in comparison, if we want to use June 1st to yesterday, I'm minus 156 on the other strategy. So, and the other one's up 600 points. Even with, look at this, even with this huge 439 point win on Friday, June 20th, where it totally ripped, strategy is still dog shit. So I'm gonna check this one out a little bit more. I'd also like to report, I think I only took 3 trades yesterday. The one during the stream, and then I took 2 losses last night, right here in Asia, trying to catch a reversal. That never happened, so I took a little loss there and a little loss there. Let's see the account history. There they are. Yesterday morning's win, 63 bucks, which would have panned out if I just held on to it, but c'est la vie. I'm gonna learn how to hold on to my trades. I got minus 19 bucks, minus 30 bucks from last night. And but deleting trading view from my phone was the best thing I could have done, instead of taking 23 trades like I did on Tuesday. YM took buy side, so I'll be looking for shorts in YM. It took 21st of June high. I am bullish on the Nasdaq today. I'm gonna be looking for an inversion on this first presented fair value gap here if it survives. What's going on here? Green. Where are those relatively equal lows here? Draw them out. Something like that. I think I was looking at the daily. And I just believe that we're gonna close above yesterday's high. That's my prediction. So, where am I at? Right, 1 minute chart. What's everyone's bias today? Long or short? Just wondering where I stand. Am I out to lunch to be thinking longs? You're looking for shorts, that wolf. Interesting. Oh man. Ah shit. I'm getting ready for a buy. Although it hasn't hit my level, it didn't sweep the lows that I was looking for, but it did come into this 1 hour fair value gap and bounce right out of it. But we're caught between it and the first presented fair value gap. Respecting it though. Yeah, we're caught in the middle. I think we're also caught in between two daily fair value gaps. A really old one. And then obviously the one we made on, I think, Monday or Tuesday. We will see. Between Two Ferns. Oh my god, what a movie. I like that guy's humor. Zach. Whatever. However you say his name. He's a good actor. It'll take Asian low. That's what I think. I'm waiting for that to be swept before I look for a long. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Although, yes, this market does look like it's gonna roll over, but this is a weird top. I'd be more expected to see something like this on a top that would break down rather than this, but I don't know what to make of this. Although each high is higher than the next. I don't know. It's so weird. Like, where else have you seen a pattern like that? this one here. It's kind of messy. No sweeps. Oh man, did you see that? That was wild. Just when you thought you can go long, no you can't. Don't even think about it. Came to my hometown today. Gonna stay here for 4 to 5 days. Planning to meet old friends and family, so I don't know if I will be trading tomorrow. That's cool, man. How far away from where you currently live is your hometown? And how long before you move to Japan? Is this like a going away party? Your flight is on July 11th. Yeah, it's like going away party. Sweet, man. It's gonna be tons of fun. Not very far from where I actually, yeah, 4-hour drive. Yeah, 4-hour drive is not a whole lot. I think that wolf was right on shorts this morning. I think I'm gonna basically miss out on this one, which is no big deal. We're at the 50% mark. Getting down into a discount. Where's settings? 62. Some more lows over here. More Asia lows. Yeah, it is respecting the first fair rally gap. I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if it came back up. No, probably not. Tap through those Asia lows now. Poking through that FBG. Well, I guess there's two of them right there. Treat it as one big one. We're below the midnight price now. And inside that macro, and I believe this, where was the 62? The 62 was down here. What was the opening price? Way up here. $22,552. I'm still only down there 50 points at the moment. I guess we got a little bit further than that, but 70 points. I would have took 70 points if I can have it. Let's see, 25, 26. Yeah. Breaker strategy I am testing doesn't give much entries. My last entry was on June 17th. It was a B setup and a loss. After that, no setup has been formed. Well, that's no good. But if it's got a high win rate, there was one trader, he was talking, he makes like between 5 and 7 trades like in a month. So he has a very specific entry that he's looking for. This doesn't look that primed for a long yet. How do these guys do this? Where's that draw tool? Is it the trend line? Yeah, I'd like to see it come down one more time and then come up and like take this high. I don't want to see it come try to take a consolidation. Honestly, I think this is like another opportunity for a short. An inversion here. Respecting the first presented fair value gap in an inversion. Still good for... Yeah, this is not ready to go higher. And I was watching yesterday, I went back to the 2022 model. It was actually episode 6. I have a screenshot. Johnny was talking about my entry not being valid because of it was just a wick that came below the low. I'm gonna pull it up here quick. This is right from ICT's, yeah, episode 6, and he's talking about the 2022 model, obviously, right? So coming up above this level and then this low, and yeah, he did say that a candle closure below this low is ideal, but as you can see, this candle only swept it there, and no candle actually closed below it until it was here, and then we did not get the retracement. So yeah, A+ setup for sure, a closure below this low, and then we moved back up into this fair value gap here. And so that's exactly what I did yesterday, but chickened out and did not go for those lows that I was seeing in Asia, but it did trade to there. So let's see what happens here. I only got a couple more minutes here. Before I'm gonna close the stream. Okay. It looks like it's gonna close above that first presented fair value gap. Okay. I'm long. Yeah, I took a long trade. Let's see what we got here. The breaker strategy. Yeah, okay. Long now, you think? That Wolf was right. Should have went long down at the bottom. And number of entries for me from February 9th. Oh, in February there was 9, March 9, April 12, May 6, June 7 so far. It's not a bad model, dude, right? Low number of trades, you know exactly what you're looking for. Yeah, look at this thing go. That's right. Oh my god. Yeah, this looks great. Although it's going to retrace here, it has to. But let's see here. If it takes this high, I'll just take that. Why isn't it working? There it is. Actually, I'm not going to get greedy. Just this one here. This will be fine for me. You got your target? 22,570. Good job, dude. Where did you enter? Oh crap. Oh shit. I just moved my stop accidentally. Yeah, so we just took this high, retrace. This would be the change in the CISD right here. Just want to make sure I'm safe. Yeah, what was your entry debt? Well, 22,499. 22,499. So just about that candle closure above. What was this fair value gap down at the bottom? Is that what you're looking at? This inversion here? Fuck off. I was looking at, what was it? This little thing right here? It's so small. Well, what was your entry criteria? Yeah, because there was no fair value gap down here. There was the tiniest thing here, and it wasn't enough for me to act on. 950 FBG. Yeah. Explain yourself, Debt Wolf. We demand answers. Your luck. Intuition, you either have it or you don't, right? Man, that's funny. I love it. You know, I just felt like taking the trade. That's it. Okay, I'm moving my stop up. Oh yeah, and this is where it's going to turn around on me now. I'll go back down. Yeah, that's the best kind for sure. Not for me, but I'm still gonna applaud you. So it's funny, I'm looking at Nasdaq and all the other like NQ1 on the daily shows that we've made all-time highs already, and same thing on, I had another one, it was like NAS 100, it was showing that we were at all-time highs, but when we're looking at the futures contracts, that's not the case. Anybody know why that is? How that works that way? Yeah, it's super strange. I'm super tempted to add another position. I'm just looking at this inversion here. So we inverted this fair value gap at the top. I just feel like taking this high, we're going to come back down and bounce off the first presented fair value gap and push back up. And if we don't come down here, then yeah. Anyway, I think I gotta close the trade, or not close the trade. I gotta close the stream. I have a really long drive ahead of me, and I gotta visit 2 customers. Oh, I saw someone talk about this. Let's go. How do we do that? Oh, here. Adjust for contract changes. Then it aligns with NQ. Let's have a look. Man, you're so smart. I don't know why. Why doesn't it just do that? Like, can we all just be all on the same page? Why does it have to be different? Anyway, I digress. 1 minute chart. I'm just gonna leave my TP where it's at and my stop loss where it's at, and I need to get on with my day. Let's see. I'll stick around. No, I gotta go. It'll be whatever it'll be, and that's my discipline. What car do you drive? So we only have one vehicle. We have what is it, 2021 Toyota RAV4, maybe a 2022, it doesn't matter. I think it's a 2021. And then my work van is one of the like super long extended Ford Transit, the really high ones too, that you can stand inside. So yeah, that's what I drive. And I hate the Ford Transit. Actually, yeah, Lexus is Toyota. So I used to work for, well, I used to work on cars. I used to be a car mechanic. And yeah, Toyota's, or Lexus is made by Toyota. They're identical, just way nicer. So anyway, happy trading, everybody. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Raga, probably not. Have a great party, man. And we'll catch you next week. And Wolf, you too. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Go for a rip in your Lexus. And go see the Northern Lights. I think they're going to be good tonight. Later.